Unless you one of them babies that I birthed, my back ain't that strong for you, John. Get off. What is up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Now, if this is the first time you're seeing this face, I'm Natisha. Hi, and over here we're all about encouraging, supporting, and helping each other thrive and grow physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, all that good stuff, because we want to glow up and be strapping in every aspect of our lives, right? Now, I hope you're sitting down. If you're at work, look over your shoulder, check if your nosy tattletale co-worker is standing behind you, because today we about to get into some awkward things we as women do not like talking about, or at the very least things that we feel kind of uncomfortable and awkward talking about, but we really should become a little bit more vocal about. So I posed this question on my other social media platforms, and the number one thing that you guys said that you hate talking about was money. And I was kind of taken aback, because I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, we all want to get that money, you know what I'm saying? So as we delve deeper into exactly what aspects of money made us as women so uncomfortable, it was basically the aspect of asking for money, whether it was from a boss or asking your partner for money. Some of you even said you were embarrassed at the fact that you did not have as much as your friends may have, other people your age may have. And some of you even said you were taught that the money issues were best left to the men. It's 2019, girl. Sis, what is you doing? But I get it. And I really do see and understand that it's basically no fault of our own per se. Research has shown that women are the ones who spend money the most. Whether or not the woman actually earns an income, she is the one basically spending that money, whether it's for groceries, taking care of the kids, taking care of the home. She's the one utilizing those finances, but is still very undereducated when it comes to exactly what money is and what money is about. One thing I do know and I understand, and that's where the differences between men and women come in. Men look at finances as purchasing power. They look at it as, okay, I got a 10 stack, I can buy me a new this, a new that. Like, if I have this amount, I can get this. But women, we put a different type of significance on finances. We tend to look at money as security or status or opportunity. We see money as more significant and bigger, and that can be quite intimidating, because if you look at it as this thing basically means the future of my entire generation, you're not trying to deal with that. Like, I mean, I want to leave a legacy for my children's children, but geez, I don't want to plan their future from now. Like, and because of this type of intimidation and fear we have associated with finances, women have been unable to basically earn what they deserve. That is why the pay gap between men and women was so large for such a long time, because they're scared to confront their bosses and request higher wages. Thank God the wage gap is closing and women are slowly becoming higher earners and stuff like that. And I believe that women really need to start discussing and talking about money. One way we can definitely get over the fear and embarrassment and the hush associated with discussing finances is basically becoming more educated about money. Knowledge is power. Let's just say it. Knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you'll be able to maneuver that particular situation. We as women should gain more knowledge and try to educate ourselves when it comes to financial planning, investments, perhaps start discussions with financial planners. I mean, for goodness sakes, you don't even need to do that. Just hit up Google, like, what are some ways to learn about money? Google got you, boo. And one simple way that you can start right now getting more comfortable talking about money is just talking about it. Like right where you are, you just say the word money. You're already talking about it, right? If you're uncomfortable talking to your partner about finances or even asking your partner for money, it may sound stupid. Go sit next to him or her and say money. They might turn to you to side eye like, oh, what you talking about? As simple and as silly as it seems, just forcing yourself to say the word opens up and frees you to be able to start deeper conversations concerning finances. Now, the second thing that you guys basically said that you were uncomfortable and awkward talking about, which basically ties back into finances, but it is asking for help. Okay, like I'm with you, Helpers Anonymous, or don't want to ask for help Anonymous, like I'm right there with you. A lot of you said the fear of looking or feeling inadequate is what scared you from asking for help. And a lot of my moms out there, you guys said, especially when it comes to running your household and taking care of your kids, you were petrified of asking for help out of fear of looking like a bad mom, or at least an inadequate mom. You felt like if you were unable to cope with working your 9 to 5, coming home, preparing dinner, washing the clothes, cleaning up the house, have the dinner on the table, take care of the kids. If you felt like if you were not able to do all of that and look amazing while doing it, you were somehow diminished as a woman. I can relate to what you're feeling, but it was so heartbreaking to hear some of those things. Sidebar, and forgive me, I digress. But isn't it amazing that for you to be a good woman and a good mom, you need to have a 9 to 5, take care of your 3 kids, cook, clean, do laundry, rub your husband down, and look amazing while doing it. And then you say, oh girl, you a good woman. But the only requirement to be a good man is, does he have a job? Like, are you serious? Like, you know what? Hey, shout out to all the men out there who are washing their daughter's hair, braiding it, dressing her, packing her lunch, taking care of her, giving his wife a massage, and he got a job, okay? That's a good man. Now back to the topic. I believe the issue of not wanting to ask for help really runs deep, like it goes back in our like history and all of that. From the aspect of as soon as you get to a certain age, you're independent, you're an adult, and adults should be able to take care of business and don't run to nobody for nothing, you know? But what we need to remember is that, one, Rome was not built in a day, and 2, it takes a village, honey. Like everything we do in life, we can do nothing without the aid or assistance of somebody else. There's no shame in asking for help if you really do need it. I'm all for holding your own, trying your best, and riding to the end. But if you feel the wheels are about to fall off, please call AAA. Like, ask for help. Like, do not wait until you're crashed in a ditch and bleeding out before you actually ask for help. These are metaphors, of course. Like, crashed in a ditch can mean like you sitting on the, like if you're a mom, you're sitting on the floor with the diaper on your head and you're crying in tears because the baby won't go to sleep. Like, ask for help, please. Somebody will come and help you. So one way that I suggest overcoming the fear and intimidation of asking for help is basically looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I am strong and I am enough. Like, start small, like do baby steps, then like try to become comfortable with asking for help. Now, asking for help and being dependent on somebody's two completely different things, okay, sis? I'm not telling you to be dependent on nobody because I don't want nobody to be depending on me like that. Like, unless you one of them babies that I birthed. My back ain't that strong for you, John. Get off. But asking for help is a completely different thing. If you are in need, do not be afraid. And trust me, nobody looks at you as inadequate when you're asking for help. The only time somebody will look at you as being inadequate or weak when you're making requests of them is if you're being overly dependent on that person, which can lead to being a burden. And we ain't trying to be burdens, okay? Okay, sis? The next thing that you guys said was a iffy topic for you guys, which was kind of surprising to me because, I mean, looking at myself, it is true, but looking at what society presents to us, we see women as the emotional ones, the ones that are booing, oh my god, and men are the strong ones. But most of you guys said the thing that you guys are uncomfortable talking about is your emotions and feelings. And that was really a bit, like, I found myself was like, what? But then I had to pull it back because I'm like, girl, that's you. They're talking about you.